Well, greetings, boys, girls, and of course, gifted animals. How are you today? I hope you had the happiest of New Year's. This is your uncle reporting live from 2016, of course, with another food review. A little late to the game on these. This is the mozzarella sticks from McDonald's. They just came to my neck of the woods, and I've been wanting to try them out. Pardon my little cough and sniffles. Come down with a bit of consumption, if you will. Anyway, what are we drinking? Well, we're still drinking the Maker's Mark that was gifted to me. Actually, I stole it during Dirty Santa. Mm. Still delicious, still good. Before we get started, now, as you know, your uncle, I don't know if I introduced myself. This is Uncle Karl, of course. The spiciest and humblest of uncles you may or may not have. Reporting live to the gifted animals. Now we got that out of the way. Might be redundant if I've already said it. However, let's get on with it. So your uncle can't be bought, and you know that. So I'm not really big on promoting, sponsors come at me all the time, but I'm here to report the truth to you. But my friend, actually, a really good friend of mine back home in Georgia, wrote a really cool book, actually, and I'm probably going to include his YouTube page. He has one. He's got not as many subscribers as your humble uncle, and I really don't have much. That was a spider, by the way. A lot more bugs down south than there are up north. It's one thing that I remembered now, moving back. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Probably one of the most artistic people I know. His name's Zach Young. Wrote a book called Gods in the Water. The guy wrote a book. I mean, that's hard enough in itself, but he's also a very, very talented musician. He's got some cool stuff on there. I know you can buy the book. I have a copy of it somewhere around here. I should have got it, but hindsight's 2020, and the show must go on. But give it a read. It's really cool. So anyway, on to the show. These are the mozzarella sticks. They came to $1.19 before tax, and then after tax, of course, it's more like like a $1.31, I believe, something like that. Some ruckus going on outside. I might have to call the authorities. It comes with 3 of them. And I don't really know what to expect. It also comes with a marinara sauce. Not had this at McDonald's. I think it's new, obviously. So let's just go ahead and give it all a whirl. So, first of all, it's a pretty tasty sauce. Very strong pizza sauce resemblance. Now, marinara, obviously, usually some variation of it is on pizza to begin with, but it's kind of very pizza-y, if you will. A little bit of hint of garlic, some herbs, some spices there, obviously. Let's go ahead and dip one of these suckers in. It's not very warm to the touch. It's not very warm in the mouth. I don't know about you, but when I eat a mozzarella stick like a TGI Fridays, something like that, endless apps, I expect it to kind of pull out. Like, not like that. Not like a big crevice. Now, I will say this. Aside from being intolerably kind of cold as an item, the cheese itself is not that bad. The breading itself is pretty solid. I mean, it's got a good crunch to it, and it's not really that greasy. Usually cheese sticks can be greasy in my experience, and especially if they come out of the fryer. So maybe it's a trade-off between having something hot versus having something greasy. However, I would much rather have it piping hot, maybe a little bit greasier. And I don't even know if they fry these. They don't feel fried. They're not greasy at all, obviously. As I just said, they just don't seem fried, more like baked. The sauce is really solid. This is a great sauce, especially for this type of item. Let's try it without. I mean, it's too solid. I mean, you want your cheese to be melted and gooey. The breading is kind of bland, to be honest with you. Nothing special there. But, I mean, overall, what can one do? Except sit back and read a good book, possibly have a nice glass of bourbon with the chipped edge. It's finally cold again. Weather stopped being bipolar, and well, I guess it has been being. It is bipolar, and hopefully it sticks to one way or the other. It was 70, and then all of a sudden now it's 20 again, and that's probably why I have the sniffles. These are okay. They need to be cooked longer. They need to be hot. They need to have cheese that is melted, and they don't have any of that. The taste and the flavor, on the other hand, it's pretty good. I think that this could be a great item if they didn't screw it up. So McDonald's, you got to do a better job. As always, you disappoint more than what is, I guess, acceptable. The only acceptable thing about all this at the moment is probably the price, and as I said, the flavor. It's not bad. It just needs to be done right. You think it wouldn't be hard to cook something a little bit longer, but apparently it's hard. So have that in the back of your minds next time you think about cooking one of these up, Mickey D, Old McDonald, if you will. So we're gonna rate all this just a how about a 5.164? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to rate it above a 5, barely. And only because the flavor's there, the price is there, for sure. The heat and the, presentation in terms of how it hits the mouth is just not there yet. I think that's easily correctable, though. Probably would earn it a solid 1.73 points higher if that was the case, and then we'd revisit it all together. Anyway, God bless, hope to see you again, and as always, you take care. Till next time.